Good evening, team. Welcome. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was just putting an order through on myprotein.com. Don't know if anybody uses that, but let me know. Yeah, let me know if you use myprotein.com. Anyway, this is our live recorded live stream that we put out as a podcast as part of our FORDY RUNS podcast that we have. If you've not seen or heard any of that, go back and check out the 350 odd episodes that we've done of that show and this show. But yes, this is our Monday night sort of hangout with you guys. Bit of a coaching session, bit of a trainer session, let's call it, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'll just hang out with you guys. So let me know in the comments what's on your mind, what do you want to talk about. So much going on. It's ridiculous. I start to feel like I need a holiday at the moment, which is good news because I've got one coming up. And while I'm on holiday, there won't be any live streams, by the way. I'm not going to be live streaming from Mallorca, although that would be a hero move, wouldn't it? But yeah, so I won't be doing that. But yeah, let me know how you all are as we get up to speed with tonight's show. Let me know how you're getting on and all that sort of stuff. Thanks, Dave, Gary, even. Appreciate it. And here we go. So if you're joining us, get in the chat box, chat comment thing, shoot questions, whatever you want, get involved in there. Bring you up to speed what's going on the channel this week. Today, hopefully you guys have seen it. We put out the Rocket X3 sort of race review. I was lucky enough to be sent them whenever it was by sportshoes.com. And I was able to get the them on for a race this weekend, which was kind of cool. So that was a 10 miler. Did another run in them as well. But yeah, put that out. So thanks very much to everybody who's watched that. Recorded a really cool, two cool videos this weekend, which I'll try and get out at some point. So just watch out for them. I can tell you a little bit more about them later on if you're interested. What else we got coming up? Got Brooks Go 17 video on its way. That's coming your way tomorrow. We're going to do that. What's on Thursday? I'm not sure what we've got on Thursday. I know the Brooks is done because I filmed that at the weekend. Bear with. Just having a look. Oh, yeah, we've got a sort of budget marathon training shoe because marathon training's sort of started for a lot of people. So a few people asking me on Instagram and on email and stuff like that about budget marathon training shoes. So I've done that for you. It's only a quick little video. And then I'm hoping at the end of the week, I would have had enough miles in the Triumph 23 to put something together on that. That's not a definite, just putting that out there now. But I'm hoping to get something about the Triumph 23. I've had that shoe a long time. But I've just not done enough miles in them to do a video. So, yeah, try and take it a little bit easier this week because we've got the Saucony 10K in London on Sunday. So anybody who's joining us live, let me know. Are you going to be at the Saucony 10K? Be super interested to know. But yeah, so that's coming out on the channel. We are live on the podcast on Friday as well. We'll talk about 10K races on Friday. We'll talk about strategies and things like that. Some bits and bobs. Got to do a bit of work on that actually. Try and come up with some good ideas for you all. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that. We've got a load of shoes in, as you all know. Stuff we can talk about, stuff we can't talk about. It's probably easy not to talk about any of them. And yeah, that's probably about it. So again, get your questions in, get your comments in. Super interested to know and hear from you guys. Thanks again for all the support on Sunday's vlog. Really appreciate that. Couple of idiots on there. And one guy actually said that I was an idiot for calling him an idiot. But I didn't realize I called him an idiot. But there we go. So a couple of random comments on there. Best one was from a doctor who was saying that basically everybody's trying to get a label. So I thought that was quite interesting considering I'd been to a doctor like years and years and years ago and said that I was struggling. They just said, oh, everybody's got ups and downs. So I'll leave that one with you. So that was an interesting comment. But yeah, in general, I just really, really appreciate the video hit the right mark with, I would say, 90% of you. So thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. It was a bit of a risk to put that out. It's not the sort of usual style or way, or it's not something I'm comfortable talking about. That's probably a better way of putting it. But I did it because I tried to put that out there to help other people. I said that's bollocks, but if it helps somebody go and get some help from somebody, then it done what I wanted it to do. So that's what it is. But yeah. So there we go. So thanks very much again for all the support on that video. I really genuinely appreciate it. So it's a bit of a funny old one for me. But yeah, so that's it really. What else do I need to tell you? No, I think that's it. Great North Run's 2 months away. We've got like 19 spaces left on the Great North Run Shakeout. That's going to be huge. If everybody turns up, we're in trouble. But we're working on the assumption that so many people don't turn up to that. But we have 19 spaces left on that, so make sure you get involved in that if you want to get involved. We've positioned ourselves in a bar, which is quite good because we thought everybody likes to go for a drink afterwards and then have some food. So you can do that. Think of it as an all-inclusive shakeout run. So yeah, we're doing that. I'm in London on Wednesday. Got to do something for Skechers on Wednesday. They got their new shoes coming out, so I'm in London on Wednesday. Saucony 10K Sunday, and I think you're up to speed. So hopefully that's giving everybody enough time now to catch up into the comments, into the chat. If you're joining us a little bit later, get your questions and comments in there, please. I'd really appreciate it, and then we can work our way through them. Running shoes or coaching questions or whatever. Okay. Good evening, DT. Well done on everything you're doing up there. I'm super impressed. Ian's asking, evening, Chris, evening all. Hope you're all well. Thoughts on the Nova Blast 5 for easy long runs? Yeah, why not? Definitely, Ian. If ASIC shoes work, then definitely. I'm just going to sip of tea, if that's okay. Still trying to suppress the appetite. But yeah, definitely Nova Blast 5 for easy long runs. Yeah, 100%. Why not? And they could do it all. It's a do it all shoe. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. Let me know how you get on. Dave's here. If you're in the US, if you're in Lexington, South Carolina, get along to Dave's 40 Runs USA HQ. Get over there. And if you want to start a satellite group, if you want to start a 40 Runs running club around by you, maybe you're an existing running club and you want to get some support, we can help you. Whether you want to get involved, get in within our sort of EA framework and all that sort of stuff, and get some support from welfare and all that sort of things, get in touch today. hello@fordyruns.com. But yeah, Dave's out there smashing it. Doesn't have to be in the UK. No, Dawn. So in terms of my protein, I was actually ordering the gummies, the multivitamin gummies. Conscious of mileage is going up, conscious that I'm doing more in the gym, so body will start to whine at some point. So just in terms of immunity, obviously trying to eat the right foods as well, but just to boost my immune system. So I was just ordering their gummies, basically, non-sugar ones as well. So yeah, that's what I was doing on my protein. Anybody take those? Let me know. Evening, everybody. Evening, Darren. Evening, Martin. Got the new colorway of Super Blast 2 with 15% off. Yeah, if you didn't know, if you are new here, thanks for joining us. If you're listening to this podcast or is watching this back, if you're a 40 Runs affiliated club member and it costs about 20 quid, you then get 15% off at sportshoes.com, which is really worth doing. It really is. If you like to buy running shoes, then definitely worth doing. We'll be wearing the Saucony 10K. So, Martin, I shall see you at the Saucony 10K. 100%. Looking forward to it. Chairman Antelope, his first run back tonight after a week off sick. Oh, I hope you feel better. Glorious to be out again. Hope you're all doing well. It's going to be warm. It's going to be heating up, apparently. Saucony 10K is looking really hot on Sunday. 30 degrees, they said. So, that'll be out. This is Dave. Do a live stream from South Carolina. Dave, I'd love to do a live stream from South Carolina. I'd just love to come and live in South Carolina, to be perfectly honest with you. He loved the video about late diagnosis and how running changed your life. So profound. Running changes lives too. Mine too. Yes. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. It's incredible. The sort of benefits of just, exercise and being out and, outside and stuff like that. Really is. But yeah, thanks again, brother, for all your hard work. Steve, are the Takumi Sen 8 okay straight out of the box for racing short distances? Yes, I would say so. As long as you've got your sizing sorted out. I've got the Takumi Sen 11s, and they fitted bang on US 10.5 for me. Absolutely fine. So, I've been running mine straight out of the box. So, yeah, definitely. Why not? Give them a go, bruv. Let me know. Super interested to know on that one. Okay. I have a coach question. My daughter did a fun run on Saturday. She loved it, which is great, and couldn't wait to show me her medal. She was 6 in March. How much can she run, and what's too much? Obviously, they're not developed anywhere near what you need. I would purely say, Nick, in terms of the kids, let them run for fun and let them run as long as they want to. You've just got to make it super, super cool, super fun. Junior park run's the best thing in the world to do for kids that age. Let them run. They'll run out of energy. That could be in, 10 minutes. That could be in 2 minutes. It depends on them and how their development's going. But yeah, junior park run is a great thing to do. But don't try and set goals. Try and set paces. Try and set distances. Just let them run and enjoy it at that age. Yeah, that's probably a best way to say it. I am, by the way, qualified to talk about this. I'm an athletic coach. That's one of the in this country, in the framework, an athletics coach is different to a running coach in many different ways. But one of the ways is that we are qualified to teach kids, so basically under 12s. So that's an important threshold, let's say, because of development and in terms of puberty and things like that. So yeah, I would strongly recommend just run for fun and don't push, don't set targets, don't set goals, that sort of thing. Mix up the training, but also put in agility as well. Again, that's the great thing with sort of athletics, put some throwing, put some jumping in there. That'll help. But junior park runs is the key. It's so phenomenal. Junior park run, it really, really is. Okay, next one. Is it Stephen, sorry. Is it an issue if you run all your miles in higher stack shoes, specifically Super Plus 2 and Super Com trainers? No, do if you like. I don't see an issue if it works for you, as long as you're not getting any sort of niggles and things like that. No, it's just whatever works for you, right? That's the thing. Everybody's different. Some people like to run in lower stack shoes, some old school racing flats, whatever works for you. It's when you start getting like the niggles and things like that, you have to start questioning stuff like that. Philip bought the whole Brooks Hyperion lineup this week. Jesus. Elite 5 for the marathon. Okay. Hyperion Max 3 for super training long mileage. Yep, I like that shoe. Hyperion 3 for cruising miles. Okay. Already have Hyperion Max 2 for track interval 5K races. Yeah, the Hyperion 3 is an interesting shoe. I think that's a good shoe, actually. Might even do a video on that. Hang on, a bit more tea. But I'll tell you what, you let me know. Would you be interested in seeing a Hyperion not Elite, a Hyperion 3 video? It's not one that I've really thought about making a video about, to be honest. So let me know if you'd be interested to see a video on the Hyperion 3. But yeah, in general, that's a good lineup. Elite 5 for the marathon. It's not really for me for the marathon. I just don't run fast enough, I don't think, to get the best out of it. It's still a good shoe. But the Hyperion Max 3 is a good shoe. But as I said in the videos that I've done about it, it can be a little bit unstable if you prone it, because it's got that cutout on the inside. So just watch that. Ian's watching. Ian, I emailed you back. Check that out. Steve, it's getting quite warm in here. I might open the window. Steve, good video at the weekend. People can be judgmental, but you explained your situation. Oh, thanks, Steve. I really appreciate that. So if you're joining us late, I just was saying thanks to everybody and get your questions in the live box. But I was just thanking everybody. Really, that was a bit of I wouldn't say it was a risk. It was an uncomfortable video to put out when you put something like that together and you're being open, even more open and transparent about things that necessarily you don't want to talk about. And anybody in my world, let's call it, will even relate even more to that. It's a hard thing to put out there, and it is. But I wanted to do it because I said to you because not that I want to again patronize it, try and help people, but try and raise awareness about it. And I do appreciate that everybody seems to be getting ADHD diagnosis and everybody this and everybody that. But this is something I've lived with for my whole life and have struggled with really badly throughout my life. And it's really impacted me negatively throughout my life. And I wanted to highlight the fact of the benefits of what running's done for me to help me, and that's what I was trying to do. But I do appreciate there's a lot of skepticism out there about the stuff about people. Everyone seems to have ADHD and all this sort of stuff, and it's like that comment is, oh, everybody's on the spectrum. Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't help me when I'm sitting under this desk and with the lights off and I don't want to talk to anybody and I can't communicate to anybody. You know what I mean? That's when you sort of think, okay. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully it just highlighted the stuff that some of us go through, and everybody's got their own stuff they're going through, right? Drink lots of water this summer. What's this? Drink loads of water this summer, everyone. Your heart will thank you. There we go. Great advice. And just did a lab test last month. I got a VO2 max of 73.1. How should I train to get the most out of it? Marathon in mid-October. I don't really know much about you as a runner. Specific goals. Look, the bottom line with marathon running is consistency. Okay, so whatever mileage or whatever you're trying to build to, pace, whatever, right? If you're not consistent within that training and you're not strong, i.e., gym, blah 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 blah, then you're going to fall down in the marathon distance at some point. So just focus on those two things: consistency, strength. And if you can be consistent at getting strength, then that will help as well. All right. So we'll keep that one there, Anders. But if you want more help, just drop me a line. hello@fordyruns.com. I'm a qualified coach. Have you considered doing a video on the Garmin Strava predicted times, or would it get you in trouble? Personally, feel overestimates times, setting up people for injury disappointment. Yeah, I think the whole technology thing is good in bits and not in others. I think it does set people unrealistic targets for when they're training. Again, not a lot of people are lucky enough to be in a privileged position to be able to afford a coach like me or other physical coaches like me. So you then rely on data to set what you're training, which is I totally get. 'Cause again, I was there many years ago, and you are basing it, on data that's been put into your watch, and you need to take that with a pinch of salt. And there's so many horror stories of people training too hard and getting injured and all this sort of stuff. And it's a trend, I would say, at the moment, actually, to be fair. But yeah, I won't probably make a video on it because what's my upside, really? Not really sure. Not really sure what value I could add, unless you let me know, Brian. Yeah, it's a funny old one. They're funny old videos to make, them Garmin and race predictors. Race predictors are all right, but take them as anything with a pinch of salt. what I would say. Yeah, probably best way to leave it, innit? Okay. Hi, Chris. Did the Great North 10K yesterday. We had loads of 40 runners up there, and it was amazing. So well organised. Thanks for sharing your thoughts on how running helps you. It will help others. I'm certain. Keep what you're doing. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, by the way, and thanks, guys. Seriously, yeah, thanks sincerely for joining me on a Monday at this time. I really appreciate it. These things can't happen without you. And if you're listening to this as a pod, thanks a lot as well. But get your questions, get your comments in as we work our way through. So, hi, Chris. I get hip pain on my long runs and can sometimes feel my leg is numb. I just signed up to a research study looking at strengthening hip exercise and the effect on your gait. Okay, fingers crossed. I would speak to a physio. That's the best thing to do. It's probably something they can work on. Just need something released. So yeah, definitely have a look at speaking to a physio and getting some exercises. Obviously, strength working, mentioned that, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, get yourself along to the physio. Might just be something that needs to be eased off and released. It could be something as simple as that. Or it might be something that needs some work on. And the physio is the best person to do that. Ian's saying to Nick to definitely get along to try junior parkrun. Junior parkrun needs a lot more love, I would say, in this country. It's coming. I don't think it's pushed enough by parkrun, and that's not to be negative on parkrun, but I think it needs some more help. And I don't know what the well, I've got a good idea, but they're too busy lying in their own pockets. But yeah, it's not parkrun, somebody else. But the it does need, because the volunteers are incredible that help put that on. Big shout out to Amanda, our very own Amanda, who comes along to a Tuesday Hartford. She does one of the local ones to me. It's fantastic. The volunteers are amazing. It's great to see the kids. We was over there. Was it this Sunday? We was doing a long run, and the kids were getting going. It's brilliant. It really is. It's phenomenal, junior parkrun, and I just wish they'd give it more of a push. Because it's phenomenal. It really, really is. Okay, Dave, I'm going to have another sip of this. How have you best dealt with balancing home and running? One struggle I have is racing often interferes with kids and family life to the point of guilt. How have you navigated that? I've got an amazing, incredible wife, for start off. That really helps. Supportive family, which really helps around me. But it's like anything, it is a balancing act. I think it's trying to plan stuff in. So there's a nice balance within certain things. I think that's like it's like anything, isn't it? But yeah, I just try and balance it out. I'm just like always check, always run it past. I've got this, and this. What do you think? No, it doesn't work. Kids have got a show, whatever, and just try and then prioritize certain things. Sometimes I have to make commitments because of the channel and things like that, and we try and do stuff around that. But in general, it's a balance. But we found our sort of own way. I think like anybody really, we try and find our own way through it and what works for us. And everybody's different, right? Just try. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to do it. But we just plan out and try and, as always, prioritize the two dream team in there and see what works best for them. Yeah, it's hard though. It is hard. Gavin spotted the Endorphin Pro and Speed Force at decent discounts recently. Any preference on which one would be best for interval sessions? Currently using Speed 2s in those sessions, or do I just buy both? No, I won't buy both. For intervals, I mean, how much of a decent discount are we talking? Because you can go and buy the Adios 9 for £120 without the sports shoes discount. If you just want an interval shoe, put that out there, Gavin. That'll throw the cat amongst the pigeons there. Evening, Chris. Evening, Rob. In your opinion, would you say the Evo SL is a half marathon shoe, also attending 10K, but volumes? I see you there, mate. Yep, I'll see you there. Where are you guys? Do you know? I suppose probably don't know where you're at yet. But Evo SL, yeah, you can wait up to half marathon if you want. I wouldn't recommend it necessarily, but he can do it. Ben wore them at Southend Half, so you can definitely take it. It depends on you as a runner, really, what you fancy wearing for the half. But yeah, you can definitely wear them for a half. Philip, yes, for Hyperion 3 review, non-plated below 40 millimeters, say like the Rebel 5 are too soft. Hyperion 3 are for those who want a firmer that holds up specifically for heavier runners. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. I suppose that now I think about it. Now, Rob was mentioning, I wonder how it would compare to the Evo SL in terms of a. Hmm. Now you got me thinking there. Rebel 5 as well. We could do versus that as well. Maybe. Let's see. All right. See if anybody else has got any options on that. So again, let us know in the comments whether you want to see a Hyperion 3 video. Evening, Chris. Evening, Lee. I hope your weekend was awesome. Yes, it was. I was busy this weekend. I had a 10 miler in London and I had a 10 miler race yesterday. Great time in Newcastle with the Northeast 40 crew. New course for the Great North 10K. Thanks to Jan and all the others. Yeah, big shout out to Jan and all the Northeast. If you're around that sort of area, get yourselves along to our satellite group up there, or our groups up there. We've got them all over the place. So yeah, all the way information on our website. Thanks, Gary. Gary loves the honesty. Keep pushing forward. Thanks a lot. Okay. John, evening, Chris. Recently, you seem to say quite a few of your new trainers aren't suitable for you to run a goal marathon. It's an interesting comment, this, John. We'll dive a little bit. Oh, what's happened to hang on. Sun's got his out. It's interesting, John. There was a couple of comments on today's video on the Rocket X3 about this. The fact of why is that not a marathon shoe for me? And that sort of thing. And somebody said, "Oh, it's not the sort." I can't remember what the comment was. And it's a good point. I should have clarified that. Really, that's my mistake. I should have mentioned that before. So when it comes to a marathon shoe, I look for something that's a little bit more. I'm going to say built up. Something that's. I don't like anything that's too soft. I don't like anything that's too firm. I like something that's got some. This is the wrong words, but inherent stability in it. I know that anything that's unstable is going to cause me problems later in the marathon. I don't want anything that's gonna rub my arches or heels or Achilles or anything like that. I don't think anybody wants that. I want something where the size is on point. I want something that just makes me feel like I can carry pace, and I think that's the thing. But carry pace over the 26.2 miles. I've done enough marathons now. Done a few medals up there. And I kind of know what I like. Does that make any sense, John? And it's hard to sort of articulate that, I suppose. But it's got to be something that's going to carry that speed, look after my legs, and hold some of that stability within me, within my legs. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So I don't want anything that's too crazy, too wild, too skinny in the heel, too aggressive. The carbon plate. I don't need an aggressive carbon plate. I don't run the speeds to warrant an aggressive carbon plate either. That's the other thing to probably say as well. So I want something that's a little bit of flex in the toe. I mean, that make any sense? I know there's a lot of ifs and buts and wants in there, but that's kind of where I'm at with the marathon. And so the SC Elite was a very good marathon shoe for me. Slightly heavier than I'd probably like, but I gave up the weight because of the stability that it gave me and the ability to hold pace. What was so good about the Pro 3, Adidas Pro 3, was that it gave me that, but it was able to carry that slightly faster pace. So that more towards that 3:30 marathon, I was able to hold that pace through the marathon when I needed it. And that's what it gave me. It gave me that confidence to carry that speed. Does that make any sense, John? So like the Rocket X3, I know that wouldn't work for me in at mile 21, 22. I'll be like, oh, I want to get these things off my feet. Does that make it? Is that fair, John? Be honest. Does that make sense? Because it's a very valid question, and it's a very valid comment on the video. And I wish now that I'd expressed that better in the X3 video. I'm just going to finish my tea. Right. Okay. Maria, really good video you shared. And whilst I've not got your struggles, I do have other issues, and I can totally relate to how running helps, and it has saved me and helped me through a difficult time. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate that. Do appreciate that. Evening, Chris. Love the latest video. Really gave an insight, and I hope it helps a lot of people. Just wondering, do you ever run with Billy from years ago? Yeah, I don't see Billy hardly at all anymore. Catch up occasionally. I do miss him. Really miss him. I miss the boys. Um, but yeah, still in obviously communication and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, he's got other priorities, which is fair enough. He's a busy boy. He's got his own business and stuff, and things like that. So yeah, I do miss him. Yeah. But he's a good lad. Really, really good lad. Um, I would encourage everybody to do a stress test for cardiac health. Yeah, why not? Harry Rice, but let's do it. Let's get everybody doing it. Gavin, Dave. Yeah, we've got actually, Dave. It's a good point. We do need to catch up. Actually, just we'll get that in the diary. Cheers, buddies. Speeds are 125 pounds. I don't think the pros 160 pound for an interval shoe. No, waste of money. If you're going to use it for races, then fine. But if you want an interval shoe, right? Honestly, Adios 9 with the sportsshoes.com discount of being a 40 Runs affiliate club member. It's a no-brainer. I've said to you before, I like the SC Pacer. That's a good shoe, 5K shoe. Speed sessions in that. To be honest, Evo SL, go and do your stuff in that. You know, it's all about effort. It's not about the shoe. It's about your effort. Sagar, apologies for the pronunciation. I'm running 10 to 12K max with 100 kilometers every month. I've started swimming and find it very hard to maintain both. Any advice how where I should be pushing hard? Yeah, I'd have a nice blend. Why are you doing 100K every month? Um, what is there a specific reason? I don't want to trample on that, so I don't know what the reason is for doing 100K a month. I would, balance out what you're doing. Run 4 times a week, and then do a good couple of cross training strength sessions, or 3 times a week. Do a good couple of quality sessions with some swimming and stuff like that. You won't be as tired. You won't be as fatigued. Your body won't hate you as much. You get some good recovery, get some good rest, but you can work on the strength, work on the cross training. That's what I would do. You don't need to be doing millions and millions and millions of miles, unless there's a specific reason. It's always about balance. What's going to get you to be the most consistent runner, strongest runner possible? Well, you might have to formulate a plan that works around you in terms of mileage that works for you, that you can get all the other key components in. Like I said to you, the strength work and the mobility work and the rest as well. It's just as important as well. Do you know what I mean? So don't be hitting it too hard. Blend it out. And you'll feel much better for it, because then you'll be able to really attack the sessions you've got and look for quality, attacking the quality sessions, making sure that they are of the highest quality possible. So you're not doing anything like any junk or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, volume's good, volume wins, but it's got to be done the right way. Okay. Matt, what do you think about 3 speed sessions a week? Depends what if you're training for a 5K or below, maybe that's okay. Don't know how many runs. If you're doing that, you've got to have a space between them. So you could blend that out over the 7 days for sure. And again, how intense are those speed sessions? Because you could put in a tempo run as a speed session. You could then do some intervals. You could then do marathon or half marathon goal pace. It's technically a speed session. So you could blend that out over the week. Definitely. But, nice break between it. Make sure, again, you're doing all the right things in terms of rest and recovery. Personally, I would do 2 high quality sessions, and then I'd do a strength session. I think you get more out of that. Maybe look us do something like that, or cross train somehow. That would benefit you. Yeah. But yeah, you can do it. Again, it depends what you're looking for. If you were to train for a marathon, then we blend it out with other things. But if you're going 5K, we can do it. Don't neglect though that slightly longer run as well. We still need endurance. John, did you confirm the dosage for creatine? I also thought it was 5 grams. So the creatine conversation, yeah, I'm working it on what I was recommended by the guys at Kendall. So if you've not followed any of this stuff, we all started taking creatine because we had on a previous podcast. Go and listen to it and watch it. We had Matt, the sports scientist, on, and he was telling us about the benefits of creatine and the scientific sort of proof behind it, because it's one of the most researched sort of supplements that's out there. And based on that, a few of us started taking it. Although I think I'm in week 3. But I don't know whether it's purely a coincidence or not. In the gym today, I was lifting slightly heavier than I have the previous week, and it felt hard. Obviously, it's meant to feel hard, but it didn't feel. It felt the same as last week's lighter weights. Make any sense? So I don't know whether I'm feeling a difference. I think it's better to retrospectively look back after, let's say 12 weeks. But I'm not seeing any negative side effects of taking creatine. I think that's probably a better way of saying it for now. But let's see what happens. So we'll come back on that. Hadsby, evening 40. What are your thoughts on doing a bleep test regularly to check on VO2 max or the Cooper 12-minute run? Yeah, I think it's worth doing something like that if you want to set your zones and that kind of thing. You don't need to be doing them every other week, which is silly, but you can kind of do them. It's always, I think it's a good time to do it just before you start a block. It's not a bad shout, and go from there. That's a good place, but you don't need to be doing them all the time. If you're actively, doing higher efforts, the odd race here and there, that should all take care of itself anyway. And that progress you could chart that anyway. But yeah, they're definitely worth doing. DT, are you going to do a video with Snoop Dogg? Yeah, why not? He's a big fan of the channel. Right, team. That's enough from me, I think. Thanks a lot to everybody who stuck around tonight. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for the insights. Thanks for the suggestions as well. We are back live on Friday. Don't forget to tune in for that one. And watch out for the videos tomorrow. Go 17 from Brooks' video. A couple other bits coming your way. And hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys at Saucony 10K as well on Sunday. But yeah, that's it from me, team. Thanks very much again for sticking around. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Friday.